Good morning, students. I am Shashi Bhushan Singh, St. Paul Senior Secondary School, ETA. As you know, throughout the country, Corona disaster is going on. You should be safe at your home and enjoy the digital classes taught by the brilliant teachers of St. Paul Senior Secondary School, ETA. Dear students, I will teach you social science, especially history and civics. Before to start any chapter in history, you should know what is your course. There are 8 chapters. Total 8 chapters are there. We have to complete only 4 chapters throughout the year. Which 4 chapters will be completed? Actually, we have to take 2 chapters from section number 1 chapter from section number 2 and 1 chapter from section number 3. We have decided that section number 2, it contains 3 chapters. Chapter number 5 is, that is the Age of Industrialization, that is written here. We will start this chapter as a chapter number 1. We have taken it. After that, we will start section number 3, chapter number 7. After that, we will start chapter number 3, chapter number 1 in a sequence. This is your whole course in history. Today, I am starting the chapter, the Age of Industrialization. Students, you are using different types of things in your daily life. If I ask you, where they have been prepared, where they have been manufactured, you will answer in industry. Definitely, industries are there who are preparing, who are manufacturing so many things for us daily. But I would like to ask you, can you imagine the time when industries would not be there? How the things would be prepared? Answer will be, I don't know, but history gives you the answer. Yes, the same things, how the manufacturing process has been started in the world. It has been started with an interesting way. If I tell you that work was going on before the coming of industries also, you will imagine. But don't imagine. Don't be surprised. Yes, industries were not there. I am bringing you to Europe. When the process started, what happened there? People were busy in doing work inside the cities, inside the villages. And before to start how the work was going on, I would like to teach you that the period when the work was going on without the establishment of industries, or in simple way, prior to industries, that period has been called in your chapter proto-industrialization, that is written here. Proto-industrialization means the process before the establishment of the industries in Europe especially. That is called proto-industrialization. I would like to tell you that in England and other parts of Europe, merchants were curious to do the work. In different types of colonies, developed countries, powerful countries, they have gained control over the small countries. If you have controlled any country, you will be in need to supply the things in those countries, and for that purpose you have to manufacture so many things. But how? If machines are not there, if industries are not there, so don't worry, there was a way. The merchants have searched. Actually, 2 or 3 types of conditions were there in cities or in villages. In cities, there was a problem. What problem was there? The cities were having the group of merchants that was called guild. Guild means group of merchants. these merchants or these groups or these guilds, they were making tough rules and regulations to carry on business in cities. That may be the problem for the newcomers. So the newcomers or the new businessmen, new traders, they have thought that why we should not go to the villages where skilled and unskilled people are living. We will be giving them order, we will be giving them work, they will be finishing work, especially for making garments. This was the reason to avoid the competition of the cities in London or in other parts of Europe. The merchants, they moved towards the countryside. What was the condition of the people in countryside? Poor peasants were there, farmers were there. And you know, at that time, in 16th or 17th century, population was increasing. Population was increasing, then demand was also increasing. If demand was increasing, then it was the responsibility of the merchants to prepare something. This was the reason. The people of villages, they were also liking to do some extra work for their livelihood. When the merchants contacted them, then they moved towards the countryside. Point number second. The first is clear and second is very clear. Why the merchants, they moved toward the countryside. The countrymen, the villagers, they were also waiting for the work so that they can earn something extra in extra time. Second thing, in countryside, actually the weavers who were weaving the cloth, they had to perform three works: stapling, fulling and carding. Every word, it has the individual meaning. Stapler was the person who was responsible for sorting the fiber or the cotton, and fuller was that person who was making fold of the selected cotton. And the third process was process prior to spinning. Before to spin the cloth from the cotton, it has to be sort out. So it is written here, the process before the process of spinning, that is called carding. Actually individual people has to complete this work. So the merchants gave individual order to the different people in villages. They were doing the work, and after they were collecting the work, this work was to be collected and finishing and labeling, it was to be done in the cities. Now the process starts. After some time, it was felt that there should be industries. So in different parts of Europe, especially in England, industries have been set up. This was the starting time. So here and there, different types of small industries have been set up. In this way, first time in 17th and in 18th century, Europe witnessed the pace of industrial revolution. Many industries have been set up. What happened when industries have been set up in Europe? Actually, you have to see that the speed of the industrialization, it was not so rapid. It has the stages. So slowly people accepted the existence of industries. If I tell you, you will be surprised to know that with the expansion of railway lines in different parts of the country, raw material was brought from one place to another place. This was the benefit for the industries because of the laying down of railway lines. Second thing was there, in spite of coming of the industries, people, approximately 20% people were busy in the factories. Not all, 80% people were doing work outside or traditionally. And third thing has been given here, people of the society, they were depend upon the traditional work. Still they were not believing on the machines. Still work was started. And the last has been given here, machines were not used in abundantly. They were used in limited position. There may be reasons. This has been given in your part number 1. There may be 3 or 4 questions. What is proto-industrialization? Why did the merchant move towards the villages? How the factories came in Europe, and what was the speed of industrialization in Europe? You can answer easily. You revise the part number 1, find any question. If any doubt is there, you can call, you can ask any question in particular given time. Thank you.